And I am so excited to welcome everybody to our August Chime-In Call 2017, in case somebody's listening to this like 500 years from now. All right, so before we get started, everyone except for Leanne, because she's driving, turn within, close your eyes.
Close your eyes, Leanne.
So close our eyes for a moment and take a big, deep breath. Release and let go of everything that has occurred up until this moment, even if that includes having played the trumpet in the the Newport Jazz Symphony. Oh my God. Okay, so just let everything go so that we can be fully present for this moment. One more big deep breath. And every exhale throughout this call, we're letting go of a little bit more so that we can have more room to be completely present and accounted for this Chime-In call. So let's breathe in our connection to that energy that sources us and fills us up and reminds us that we are more than whatever is happening here, whether it's good or bad or challenging or beautiful, whatever it is, we're connected to something higher, bigger, stronger. And that gives us the ability to sustain and do great things on this hero's journey. So just take in a big deep breath, breathing in the quality of life that you particularly want to embody during this call. Something that perhaps you feel maybe was missing, or something that you feel is really important to embody. Whatever it is, bring it in now. Envision that whatever it is, peace, love, confidence, ease, grace, abundance, wholeness, enoughness, connectedness, it's filling you up, it's overflowing, and you are embodying that quality. So giving thanks for this call and all that's about to unfold, India, and all the different things that our youth ambassadors and youth community and mentors are doing to make this world a better place. I'm just so deeply grateful and honored to be connected with you all today. So thank you. And so it is. Amen. Woman, chime in.
Chime in.
Okay, so the quality that I'm bringing today is enoughness. And Leanne, since you are up in my view, what's your quality today?
Compassion.
Passion or compassion?
Compassion.
Awesome. Yeah, she gets 2. Awesome. Mariah, now you're up, even though you've got a mouthful.
Then go down. I feel like we've had a rush since this morning, and we still have a rush, and I just feel like I want to slow down.
Nice. All of us. Okay, thank you. I'm taking that in. Priyanka.
So, hello?
Yes.
So it's quite a dreary, cloudy day here in Rhode Island. So I'm gonna bring sunshine and light.
Woo! Yes, you are. She's bringing the light. Awesome. Thank you, Priyanka. And Krishna, what about you?
I'm gonna bring rainy, sadness. Opposite of Priyanka.
Depression, cynicism, despair, blaming,
Optimism.
and humor. I love it. Okay, great. Nancy, what about you?
What was I thinking? It went for me. Wait a minute. I was gonna bring. Oh my gosh! It was like so magical.
How about openness? How about something magical? Openness to something magical.
it was like unicorn dust or something like that. I was gonna bring that.
Okay, you can still bring it. You can still
I
bring
think
it.
I'm gonna bring like magic and unicorn dust.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Without hurting them.
Yes. Yes. Perfect. Okay. So what is on our agenda today, Nancy? Do you want to give an overview and so we can
Sure.
Great.
So what we'll be doing, let me open this up, is we're going to start off with old business where we're going to discuss India and Project Bright Light and the youth ambassador calls. And then we're going to move on to new business where I know Priyanka and Krishnam have some things they want to tell us about and anything that these other ladies would like to tell us about. We will then move on to our next meeting time, and I want to discuss that, like the time that Deanna had requested, see if that works for other people. And then we've got a music minute that will be provided to us by Mariah.
Okay.
It's just a nice, clean
Nice.
agenda.
Okay. I think my only question is India doesn't seem like old business. It feels like new business. So
Well, I mean, it's something that's been introduced before.
oh, okay. Thank you.
That's, you know, like that's
Old business sounds like, you know, old.
No. That's actually that little format is from when I used to do student senate.
Okay.
And anything that was already on the table and already being discussed was considered old business, prior business that we've discussed.
Prior business that we discussst. I like that better than the word old. I think I take that personally. I don't like that word at all. I'm eradicating it from my vocabulary, just like we're eradicating hunger and poverty and the word old from our vocabulary. Okay, great.
Okay.
So let's, I guess,
I thought we'd have more youth ambassadors on the phone, and right now,
We'll
at this
send it.
point, we don't. So let's just talk
and
about.
we'll just send, you know what, there's some basic, here's what we know. Here's a few things that we know, and there's a lot that we still have yet to, what's happened is that progress has been made. We've had some conversations we've gone back and forth with Sister Jenna, and they have some freaking believable projects and a place for us to stay and like some incredible service and the whole kit and caboodle for India. And it's just a matter of identifying exactly when will work. We're looking at, what did we say? Did we say spring or September? No, because they wanted us to do September, but we couldn't. There's a lot of stuff that's still undefined. So I'm reticent to spend a lot of time going into any details until it's defined. But we can just maybe give some overviews.
Yeah.
Like the area is near Rajasthan, and it's near Mount Abu. It's a really poor area, desert, and they have the Brahma Kumaris have created a solar kitchen that feeds 30,000 people breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day. So
30,000.
30,000. So we would get to learn about what they've done. It's a very primitive but effective system. They
don't use machinery, you guys. So this 30,000 people, they get fed by people. It's all humans doing it. Sorry, Cal. Go ahead.
No, yeah. And so they work on so many levels. I mean, these people are we can learn a lot from them about their technology, their engineering, about the way that they do what they do, from like what Mariah was talking about. Zen, even though they wouldn't call it Zen because it's more of a Hindu philosophy, but one of the words that Sister Jenna taught me is the word bhavna, and Krishnam and Priyanka probably know about that. It's like it means a million different things, but the way that she described it to me is it's a way of being where you're in constant meditation and you're constantly so connected to source that even though there may be complete chaos around you, you're in complete flow. And it's not you that does the work. The work gets done through you because you're so tapped in, and so much more gets done because you've surrendered. Anyway, that's part of the meditation practice that they teach, and they've got it's a kind of all around situation that I think will be really good for us. We're looking at possibly what are those possible dates? I know that we talked about 2017 and 18. Do you
I
have
think
that?
they were talking about December and January. They definitely don't want June. And
Right. It was January. That's right. Either
like-
January the 2018 or it would be 2019. Okay, but Priyanka or Krishnam, I hear you guys talking, so please chime in.
No, I was just agreeing with you. January, like, is the best time for it.
Yeah. Yep. So that we would still have people, we would have a buffer of time from winter break. So hopefully as many of our people could come.
Yeah, so would you guys, for who are on the phones, when it comes to like December and January, what kind of breaks do you have from school?
Well, we've got Priyanka and Krishnam. I think we kind of talked to you guys, but Mariah and Leanne.
I think mine is till the 26th.
Of January?
Yeah, but you know what? I could take a week off. I don't mind. I'll talk to professors. You know, people are always nice about community service projects. So
Great. I think actually I'm looking at my notes and we talked about going the 28th of December through the 13th of January. And we haven't gotten that confirmed back yet from Sister Jenna, but that I think is what we're kind of starting to target. How about you, Mariah?
Does that work for you, Mariah, with your schedule?
I'm actually looking right now.
Okay, so get back to us once you see what that is. So Krishnam, Priyanka, any overview notes about India that you want to bring up now, even though I think we'll save all the definite stuff for when it's definite? Any overview stuff?
Krishna, wait, you were saying about Krishna.
No, I think the first option should be winter. I think it's a good option. But second option, if you can look into it,
Can you talk right into the phone, Krishnam? It's kind of hard to hear you.
Sorry, I'm actually driving, but yeah. The second option would be spring break, but it would have to be like right when everybody falls in, which would be tough. Only because I think everybody goes back to school in January at different times, so we'll have to just figure something. Well, okay, we'll have to figure that out.
So probably
I think we should stick with January.
Stick with what?
January.
Yeah, because at least we know people are going to have from this December 28th through the 13th off. That's probably overall true. Mariah's raising her hand.
This is like the new year, right? So like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, December 28th through the 13th. So December 28th, 2017 through January 13th, 2018. So that's what we're looking for. And if for some reason we can't pull it together that quickly, then we'll look at the following year. But I think we can. It's not going to be an expensive.
Can you repeat those dates? Sorry.
And again, it's not in stone, but we're looking at December 28th, 2017 through January 13th, 2018.
So that's like 3 weeks, 2 weeks? That's 2 weeks?
That it would be inside of that time, as much of that as we can, just because it's such a long trip to get there and it takes a day or two to acclimate. So we'd want to spend more time than we would have if we just went to Guatemala.
Actually, let me see. I think I'm going to be by
Can't hear you, honey.
like
Can you try moving to a different spot? You're totally cutting out. Wow. Check your Wi-Fi. Check your little your bars, because I know you're talking right into the microphone. But okay. So
I have a quick question.
Yes.
This is Priyanka. So, yeah, those sound like great dates. I think that should work out. But if we're thinking about it, doing it for this year, do we have any word about how much money exactly we would have to raise?
No, Nancy hasn't heard back yet. I know we put that out there, and maybe Nancy, you could make a note to follow up with them again to, hammer that. They said to hound them. I don't, from honestly, I don't know that there is a minimum. They're not wired like that. I think that we could probably come with nothing more than the shirt on our back and a willingness to serve, and that would be okay. So I know at the very bare minimum, it would be our airfare plus whatever we would need for our transportation and stuff while we're there. But I think we should probably look at a minimum of $500 to, around $1,000 to contribute to their service projects. I think that would be, that's what's in my mind. And I haven't confirmed that with them, but I'm just talking, kind of being instinctual as we flow, and then we'll get more bottom line once we can. Does that make sense?
Well, Krishna and I were looking at tickets the other day, and they're actually for pretty okay price. I think he's saying around like less than like 700 or 800.
Yeah.
So that's like pretty good for India. Like India's far away. So if we want to jump on this for this year, we should start planning to buy tickets now.
Right. Well, I think by the time we have our next call, our game plan is to have at least the dates in place so that we can begin fundraising and the amount of money that we need so that we can get that happening. So I'd say by mid-August, the end of August at the very, very latest, we'll have all of our ducks in a row. That's our plan, as best as, as much as we can control. And I think, even if we don't get all the details back, just because we know that communicating with India can be difficult, we could at least guesstimate on the high side and say, this is the amount to raise. Everybody raised $2,000. Done. And move on. And know that your money is going to go towards at least helping to continue to build on their solar kitchen, and probably one of their other feeding projects, a clean water project. I mean, they do all of those kind of a waste management project, a hospital project. There's such a list of things that I think would make for a really compelling letter, even though, of course, we want as much specificity as possible. But if we wanted to run off and start raising funds today, I think we could safely say, raise $2,000, and you can put this list of things that the money will help to benefit.
And what kind of help do you and Nancy need in terms of should we start reaching out to our entire team and asking them if they want to join the trip, or should we hold off?
I want to hold off until we're a lot more I would say till the end of this month, so that we have at least some of the most basic things. I don't want to have everybody. I mean, this is kind of our more of a core group. So I feel like it's safe to talk about some things before they land entirely. But before we go out to the larger community, I want to go out to them as quickly as possible, but not until we have a few more details together.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other thoughts or questions about India?
I heard Priyanka say she looked at the flights. How much did she say they would cost?
Like 700.
Round trip?
Yeah. I think if we do it early enough, then
If you do it, Is that Leanne?
Yeah, that's
Leanne. Hi.
Hey, what's up? How are you? Okay.
I miss you. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. Okay, so I think they're I don't know, we need to check, but these are the cheapest.
Yeah.
And depends on what area.
Yeah, because I fly standby, but I don't know if I want to, this is what I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to fly standby to India. So, yeah, this one's going to be full price for me.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, if we can get all the information as quickly as possible, then hopefully it won't be crazy expensive like it would be if we did, a last minute kind of a thing. So
Yeah.
I think 700 is entirely doable.
Yeah.
Because once we're there, it won't be expensive at all. I mean, we want to contribute something to them. And we want to be able to cover our costs while we're there, but everything's going to be pretty inexpensive once we're there. So anything else? Let's just say, to wrap this up in a little bow, our next Chime In call in 2 weeks, we will have more definitive info for you guys. And if you want to, Priyanka, if you want to, I know you're really good at the fundraising letter kind of a thing. If you wanted to begin, like, I'm kind of giving you an assignment. I don't know if you want to do this or not, but maybe
I love assignments.
Yay! Then here's your assignment. Create a rough draft of a fundraising letter for this trip, and one that could be easily modified with more specific details that maybe could be shared, so that by the time we have our call in 2 weeks, we'll have our basic details, and we'll have a fundraising template letter for everyone so that we can go off to the races. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Great. Okay, Nancy, what's next?
So next, and Kel, you'll have to clarify for me. You know how Dana was talking about us creating videos, and I think it was connected maybe with Project Bright Light, but he mentioned
Oh, yes. Oh my God, I can't believe we haven't done this yet.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy, we're way behind on this one. Yeah, well, we need to, so we did finally, so as many of you know, when there was the Run Joe Run thing, Joe running around the world, we got a donation from that organization in Australia called, Nancy, help me out.
That's what I couldn't remember, sorry.
Okay.
Scooby's on Parade, I think. Scooby's on Parade.
What is it?
No, it's on our website. It's on Chime In website. So anyway.
We're supposed to be sending videos to them, right?
Okay, so here's the thing. I select. And mostly this is something that anybody who feels passionate about Project Bright Light, the invitation is to thank them in a video for the money that they've raised, and so we can, we'd like to be able to put a compilation video of maybe at the very least saying, thank you, I Select, for helping Chime In's Project Bright Light, something like that. So maybe this is something, Nancy, you could do a little call to action, maybe a sample video, since you're so good at that, of each of us just saying, thank you so much, and make it quick, and then we just send that to them. I think that this is a good idea for thanking any sponsor that comes in. And we need to actually get that money and start doing something with it. So it would be great if there was a subcommittee of people that wanted to meet about this, and so that we could take steps on a regular basis and make sure that everything happens. There's a lot of things that need to happen around that.
So have we picked, I know we picked that girl in Guatemala, Delvy's daughter.
Yes, Marilyn.
Yeah, have we picked anyone else?
Well, there's a couple of questions. If we were going to do boys and girls, then I also wanted to pick Caesar. Do you remember little Caesar?
Your love? He was your love.
Well, he was the donut lady's son. He's just, a bright light in that community. So I thought we would do him. But then what I want to do is, is there anybody that would like to be a part of that subcommittee that would help to kind of manage what happens with Chime In terms of like decisions? Like, do we just benefit the girls? Because a lot of times the boys need help too, but the girls are the ones that need more help in general. And decisions like that, I don't feel like I want to make those decisions on my own. I feel like I want there to be a group of us that considers these things carefully and puts this together, and then helps to select who gets chosen. We have some basic criteria of who gets chosen. And also another question is, do we take the money and do we invest it toward one child going all the way through high school, maybe into the first couple years of college, or do we spread it out and have multiple children go to school 1 year at a time? These are some of the questions that I want to have in this smaller group. So any thoughts? Leanne?
So my question is that, if we're looking at this is the only amount of money that we're going to get.
No, we want to get a lot more, and we
exactly. So if we're going to get more, then I think that it should spread out to multiple children over like year by year. And by every year, we'll do some more like fundraising and stuff like that to the corporations that, for instance, we are in relation with, or Joe is in relation with, or any of our people that are on our teams, are in relation with. And we'll do fundraising and we'll keep those kids going,
Right. I love that. And I think this is the kind of stuff that we need to talk about, because some people could say, but what if the money doesn't come in? Do you just drop that one kid? Do you let them go a couple years through school and that's it? And maybe the answer is yes, because a couple years in school is better than no years in school. That makes they're better able to survive. I mean, I don't want to go too deep into this right now. I'd like to have a group of us that meets all this stuff and identifies this so that we can roll forward. And I feel like we could pick up a lot more steam if we met more regularly. I've been busy for the last few months and haven't had a chance to do very much, but it's time, because school is coming up and we need to get the money to at least get it to Marilyn to get it started. And we need to get to Guatemala and hand it to them and get it to them and see where they're going to go to school and make sure we cover this so that our first story is an absolute success story so that we can build on it.
I'd love to do that with you, Kelly. Just call me and I'm down.
Okay.
When you call me, I answer, so I'm there.
Awesome, Leanne. Thank you.
Hey, and also Krishna and I will help out as well.
Oh my God. I'm so excited.
Just to put something out there real quickly, let's just remember that the point of the Project Bright Light, part of that vision was that this child would go through school, and then because they made it all the way, go back to their community and give back to their community. So if it was a thing where they only went for 1 or 2 years, I don't know if they'd be quite as equipped to give that much back to their community after just 2 years. So I do think it's really important that whoever we dedicate to, whether it's one or multiple, that it's seeing them through the whole long haul.
Okay, so I think that point is well taken.
That vision, that original, unless the vision has switched and we're not worried about them bringing it back to the community, then that's different.
No, I think the whole point is about a long-term sustainable idea, something that isn't, we want it to be long-term. And I think that we could probably, this is something to really, really deeply consider, because if we put just a few eggs in our basket, we can't control what they're going to do. Somebody might just run off and get pregnant, or run off and say, no, I'm done with school. I don't want to do this. And oh my God, we've invested everything in them and where they go. Versus having the numbers in our favor and maybe doing something that's in the middle, maybe having a smaller group. But so I think this is the stuff to talk about, because I want every kid that we invest in to go all the way. And that just means that we need to be very strategic with our fundraising and make sure that we're successful every step along the way, so that companies like iSelect will donate every single year. So yes. Leanne. Yes.
So I know we want to talk about this like on a smaller group, but since Nancy said that, I don't want to lose what I thought of. But I think that Nancy's point is very valid, and that's why you guys started Project Bright Light. And I think that the way to incorporate, how am I going to say this? The way to incorporate that idea into multiple children is plan out how much it's going to cost for the kid to go through college, and then put that sum of money in a little spot for him. And then once you get more donations and you say, okay, this is enough to put another kid all the way through college, then you get another kid once you already have that money.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like it. And we're not talking about that much money. It really, yeah, we could, this is doable. So yay, Nancy, one of the things that we should schedule then right following this call is our first Project Bright Light team call. So let's put that on, let's make that something that happens soon. Anything else on Project Bright Light before we move along?
Can it be Tuesdays? Please let it be Tuesdays.
Oh,
Okay.
I have no problem with Tuesdays. Priyanka, Krishnam, I know you guys, I don't know if you have any school schedules yet, but or just for the remainder of the summer, and then we can readjust.
Oh yeah, we're available. I think we do have our schedule, but it's not in front of us. But that should work.
Okay.
What time on Tuesday were you thinking, Leanne?
Good question. Nan.
Till the summer is over, I was thinking in the morning. And then once the summer kicks off, we can do anytime anybody wants.
And what coast, like when you say morning, of which time zone?
On
Central.
which planet? What planet?
Central Texas, the planet of Texas.
Planet Texas. And there is a song called Planet Texas. And my friend wrote that song. My friend John Andrew Parks wrote Planet Texas. That's hilarious. It's a good song. All my exes live in Texas.
I think you've sang that song to me before.
Well, it's just
Probably.
true.
She probably did.
All right. Okay. Anything else on Project Bright Light?
No, I
Going
think that's
once, going.
anything about Joe. Is there do we need to say anything about Joe?
Oh, so I think what we need to do, just to wrap this up, Nancy, you're going to start a little template, like an example of the thank you to Project Bright Light, and send it to everybody so they can do their version of it, and then
It'll be in my notes.
Yay. Okay, great.
There'll be a video from me.
It'll be something like this. Hello, iSelect. This is Kelly from Chime In, and I'm just so grateful from the bottom of my heart that you were so generous to donate to Project Bright Light. Marilene's going to get to go to school, and we are so grateful. Mwah! Something like that. Okay.
So really, you should be doing the template.
I just did. It's being recorded. We could edit that out.
Because if I do it, it's not going to sound like that. But, okay.
Well, it shouldn't. Everybody should do their own personality version of that. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. So next.
Okay. So next, I wanted to talk about the youth ambassador calls, and yet none of them are here. So this is a great time for me to say to Priyanka, because you've been asking so sweetly, what can you do? Well, one thing, and they just signed a contract saying they would be on all these calls, and I heard back from only one person, one youth ambassador besides yourselves, saying it was Deanna who asked if next time we could make the call later on a Saturday, which we will.
Did she say what time later?
Yeah, and I'll tell you that in a sec. But I didn't hear from any other youth ambassador besides Priyanka, besides you and Krishnam. You, Krishnam, and Diana. So the rest heard nothing. And so if you could light a fire under their tuchus about that, about being at the meetings, about the calls that we want to make with them, because this is the part of the meeting where we were going to say, all right, what's a good time for us to call you? But they're not here. We can't ask them. So those are two things. And if you want to just say, hey, make sure you look at the notes because there's going to be a video telling you a video you need to make. Those three things, I would be thrilled if you would put that fire under their you-know-what.
Hey, Mariah, I don't know if you are really good at putting little fires under people's tushes. I know you've reached out before, like to Naomi, to God, I wanted to call her Eon, like Yanila. Do you think you might be willing to check in with them and see how they're doing? And your phone's muted, so I can't hear you. But Mariah, are you frozen?
Mariah?
No, her eyelids are moving.
Did you not hear
Can you
me?
hear me? Can
Yes.
you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Sorry, can you hear that?
Oh man.
Oh, well, wait a minute. First of all, Priyanka, like, you know, that's like a thing that she's to be doing. So,
Oh, Priyanka's gonna do that. Okay, great.
you know, so Priyanka, is that cool with you? Could you talk about those 3 things to them?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, great.
Well, yeah, that's totally fine. The only thing, Leanne, were you able to, I know you sent an email with all the phone, asking for phone numbers. Did anybody get back to you? Because I want to create a WhatsApp, but no, I have no one's number.
One person got back to me, and I already had that person's number.
Of course.
Oh my Lord.
That's how it works. It's
Okay,
like
so I know Naomi
all the
has
time.
connectivity issues, and I think Yanila's been really responsive, but I think
Yeah,
I mean,
good.
but WhatsApp should be easy, you know? Like, WhatsApp is just a chat, but I don't know. You remember that sheet I did last year, Kelly, with everybody's contact information?
my computer got stolen. I don't know.
I think it's still in my email.
Oh my
I'll
God.
look.
Can you look? So really,
Yeah, I'll look for that. But it's still none of the new people, so I don't really know who is like here and who's like not really
Okay, so
here,
if,
and
like,
who the
here.
new people are. So if you could like send me a list, then I would be.
I will,
awesome.
but here we go. Here I'm just showing you. So we have been cleaning house a bit, and here's what we've got. We've got Naomi. These are our youth ambassadors, our current youth ambassadors. Naomi, Diana from Guatemala, Priyanka Krishnam, Janila, and Nicholas. And Nicholas is new. He's from Colombia. He's amazing, and he, by his own admission, he's constantly gone, and he's around, and he's not consistent with his ability to be on phone calls. And I think for a while we're making that okay. As long Yanila and Nicholas are putting together a really big event that's happening in their area that they're wanting Chime In to be a part of. It's a pretty huge thing about environmental sustainability. Amazing. And these, by the way, these are the mentors and previous youth ambassadors. And there's Kimmy. How's Kimmy?
Who's Kimmy?
Kimberly. Kimberly, you haven't met. She wasn't a youth ambassador, but she was a mentor last year. And she's in her mid-20s. She's a little older than what a youth ambassador would be, but she's done a lot of social, a lot of travel, a lot of incredible projects for social good.
Yeah, I
Katie.
have Tony's number and Jeetan's number, and I have Kat's number and Mariah's number, but not Kimmy or what's her name, the girl from Australia.
Okay. Well, so what we're doing is our youth ambassadors are who we really want to connect with as often as possible on these bi-weekly calls. And the mentors, like you guys, don't have to be on these calls. We love it when you are. I mean, you bring so much, and you're always.
Gee, thanks, Kelly.
Right, no, we want you to, but there's not like, it's not like we're going to come over and slap you if you miss the call.
No,
but
I will. I will do that.
Nancy will slap you. I will pinch you. You will get bruised. Right. Love bruises. Love bruises.
This week.
And
Because
let's see, what do we have over here?
And Krishna requested that you were here this week.
Yeah.
What?
Priyanka and Krishnam said we would love for Leanne to be on the call. So that was muy importante.
Well, so
you know what? I'm like, I'm gonna make it to the Chime In call, and then I never put a reminder, and then it's 5 p.m. and I'm like, I just missed the Chime In
So that's
call.
why I sent a reminder this morning. I was like, I'm sending it out and just see if that makes any difference.
Great. I'm
Yeah.
so glad you did.
There's 5 people, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to reach out to all the youth ambassadors through Messenger.
Great.
And
One of them.
no, then 4, not including myself. And then
No, it's 5.
No,
Not
Krishna,
including yourself. Oh,
Right.
oh, Krishna, never
Yes.
mind 4.
Oh, she knows how to get a hold of him.
They keep talking to me.
And
Call me.
by the way, now is a good time to, if you know anybody, if you meet anybody that you think would be a great youth ambassador, to have them apply, because I think as we begin to get our service project together, this would be a good time to bring in some new people. So,
Okay.
so Priyanka, were you clear on what your next steps were? Did I cut you off?
Oh, no, not at all. So I'll just reach out to them. And Nancy, I know you're going to send an awesome reminder, but I kind of forgot the 3 things that you had asked me.
Yeah, the 3 things are: 1, ask them, what up with these calls? Why aren't you responding? That's 1.
And more like, hang on. And also, what's the best method of communication to connect with you about these? And what would it take to get you on the calls? Because if you're not on the calls, basically then you've got to go away, go bye-bye, because it's important. But right. Exactly. I mean, it's part of the deal, at least for, while you're a youth ambassador. When you move on, you don't have to be, but
Yeah, we put in work last year, so they have to put in the same amount of work that we did.
But like, when do you draw the line and say, like, you've missed? I think we sent the contract in June, and
is that June or July?
All signed. Wait, was it May or June?
No, I think it was later than that.
Oh,
I don't know, but you have it signed somewhere. Do you have
Yeah.
that?
I think it was July.
sorry.
Mariah thinks it's July, but I can check.
Yes. So like right after that, we were able to.
So we drop them.
Replies. And then the thing that was strange is like we've had maybe like 2 calls since then already, right? So then we've people have already missed 2 out of their 3 calls. So when do you draw the line? Do we say like
After the
now?
3rd call?
Yeah, so we're gonna say like next call you miss now.
Yeah,
You're
so
up.
they need to. So a communication with them about that would be good. And then if they're not on the call and they don't check in, then that's it.
So for should I make or I think I made a Google Drive folder with an Excel sheet that not tallies, but says who's present. I know that Nancy, you have that, but if we had a one where we could see visually all of them.
Like a spreadsheet?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I would suggest that. So, when you're on the call, you could just check off who attended, and then we could go ahead and log that for each time we have a call or something, and then that will be easier for you to reach out to, or whoever is in charge of reaching out to those youth ambassadors. You could go ahead and do that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm really okay with us just narrowing things and having it be just with who can do this, and then we build on that. I think that's okay, as opposed to spending a lot of time and energy trying to get people to do something that they're not going to do. And if it absolutely just doesn't work, then we need to regroup entirely. But I think that we've got some core elements here that do work. We just need to sort through and figure out what isn't and drop it.
Are we doing just Saturday calls twice a month?
That's what we were we were looking at. Our Saturday calls were more, had more of a turnout than the Wednesday calls. Was it a Wednesday or a Tuesday, whatever that was?
It was a Wednesday. But what's interesting is when we sent out that questionnaire asking them their preference, they all said oh no, 2 meetings, and yet they can't make them. For me, if I couldn't make the meetings, I'd say 1 meeting, because then I'd only be missing 1. You know what I mean? So that, so I'm still not quite sure the 2 meetings is even the great idea. But I know that to me didn't make any sense, because they're all about meetings.
So how about this? How about you guys that are here? Does Saturdays work for you in the afternoon? How do you feel about a Saturday? Are us only having Saturday calls every 2 weeks, or mixing it up with a weekday call? Priyanka, Krishna, let's start with you guys.
Work for the both of us. You said Saturdays are good. I think evening's a little strange. Like it's like 5 o'clock for us, and a lot of stuff happens like in the evening for us. So it's a little strange.
Yes. Yeah.
Not
Exactly.
a big deal. But I would rather do a weekend rather than a weekday because then you're juggling classes and like whatever you have to do. So weekend is like more flexible for the two of us.
Okay. I know that Deanna she wants us to, so now's a good time to plug in the Deanna thing, because right now for you guys on the East Coast, what time is it for you? It's like 6 o'clock for you, almost 6. And Deanna is requesting that we do it even later. So maybe that's something that we just don't do because I don't know. What's the time that she was asking?
All right. Right now, for her, like it's like 10 to, what is it? 10 to what? 6 for me.
For her, it's 10 to 5.
She's an hour behind.
No, she's 2 hours behind us.
No, she's 10 to 4. I have
she's that time. She's that time. She's in Guatemala, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So she's 10 to 4. So
Right now, no, she's 10.
Hang on. Somebody pull it up right now.
I did pull it up. For real. She's 10 to 4 right now. What I'm saying is she wants it at 6:30 her time, which would be
that's 9:30. No, that's not going to work. Because all of you guys on the East Coast, that's going to be like way into the evening. And this is already late enough as it is. So
Real quick, I thought Guatemala was central.
Well, no. What it does is it changes throughout the year, and at one point it's 1 hour difference, and then in another point it's 2 hours difference from me. So yeah, you're right. Part of the time it is.
Can she do like
So in the email that you sent, then the time for Guatemala that you put was incorrect because it said that the time for Guatemala was supposed to be 4, but technically the meeting's at 5.
Well, it would have been at 3.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Okay, yeah. Maybe. So I copied and pasted that, and I probably copied and pasted it from a time when it was that other shift. So you're right. Yeah. Right.
And Deanna, I don't think she can do earlier because it's the Sabbath for her. It's what she honors religiously.
She's Jewish? I'm Palestinian.
You talk to her, Leanne. You talk to her. Talk to Deanna.
Work thing, Kel. She told me it would work.
I thought it was a Sabbath thing. So she's working on the Sabbath now? Okay.
She's working, and so that was like when she was done with work. And she keeps saying, if we could just have it then. And then we did say, yeah, next time we'll do that. But, so, who wants to meet at midnight? No.
She does.
That's good.
I'll do anything.
I love you guys. I love you so much. Okay, so Nancy, you'll follow up with Deanna and figure something out. If not, I'm thinking that it's not going to work. It's not going to work to do it any later. This is the latest that we could have.
Should I ask for about other days of the week? And if I do,
I think a Saturday is like a weekend. A Saturday, a Sunday maybe, but a Saturday is probably best for most people. I think we just need to have the time that works best for most of us. And unfortunately, I think that might not work unless I don't know. What do you guys think, Priyanka?
What time does she begin her like religious day or her work? Because I don't mind like doing not like too early.
But early is good. I could do early. I don't.
Yeah, I could. Well, early is like for me. Early for y'all is gonna be too early for me. But if it's like 9 or after,
so Nancy, would you explore that with her, like the parameters of what works? Because we love her, and she's so.
Evening part, I'll ask for the top of day. Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, so we only have a few minutes left, and I want to hear. Can we go into? Like what else is happening in your lives? Can you guys give us like some kind of a cool highlight? Nancy, are we ready for some?
Yeah, we are. Priyanka, you had said there was something and you were excited to tell us. So jump on in, girl.
You just played at the Newport Jazz Festival. She
Well,
didn't
that was, I
attend.
don't even know if that was the
Played.
thing. There were so many things. I have
There's so many things, and she's been to Dubai, and they've both been to Dubai and Ecuador, and holy, okay.
Cannoli.
You guys have like
Cannoli.
the time is yours. Ready, go.
Huh?
Go ahead.
What are we talking about?
No,
What's
Okay,
going on?
no. We only
always.
have,
I know what we're talking about, but what exactly do you
Why
want?
don't you talk about National?
Okay.
Yeah, he has
So-
a good project.
okay, let's hear.
Hey, can we get them off the screen so we can see people bigger?
Oh yeah, sorry. I know. I was like, why are they still on my screen? Oh, get off my screen. Okay, I'm working on
I
it.
love you, but bye.
Yeah. Okay, back to meeting. Keep going, you guys. I'll figure it out. I'm listening. Go, Krishnam.
Okay, so on Facebook, there's been like kind of like this huge kind of trend going on with National Geographic. They're doing this contest, and it's a very small one. It's like this idea that you have, and you share the idea by giving the problem, by giving the solution, but in a 1-minute video. So Priyanka, well, it's fixed into 3 different categories: environmental sustainability, food distribution, like world hunger, and last one is like global health something. So we picked world hunger because kind of it's really we're passionate about that. I think that's something we would love to get into, and we have a friend, kind of like someone is related to us from our dad's side of the family. Her name is Yolanda Kalkavatsi. She worked with WWF. She's worked with United Nations. She's a very big environmentalist. And she's helped us get some more connections in terms of that. But in terms of our project, we're trying to just share an idea that we have and then see what happens.
So yeah, I mean, Krishna and I were we had a call with Kelly and Nancy, and remember when we talked about food management and like food waste? So we were like really excited about that idea, and then we were sitting on it, and we realized that like I feel like we were looking at it from the wrong lens. That we were looking at it like we need to do this for the $25,000 towards this project, which is fantastic. But like when you look at something when it's like a contest or like money, like a scholarship, it kind of like, I don't know, it kind of like fogs your vision because you're taking away from
I think what
like
happens
what
is
you
that kind of aspect where you put a price or something, I think it diminishes the creative aspect of what you're trying to share your idea with. So what we're trying to say is that everybody, like I've seen all the people talking, it's just them 1 minute talking about their solution, and there's no creativity, there's no authenticity about how they're sharing the idea. And I think what we're thinking to do is that create some kind of like where what is the problem? We're showing the problem as a visual storytelling, and then show the solution as also that.
But what we realized is like we have to do something that we know. Like we're not very expert,
You are an expert in everything.
Words you're trying to come up with.
So, Krishan, actually, I think you're going to take this over. I'm handing this to you because he wants to do the Columbia project, and he wants to raise money for Veracocha.
That's great.
I think he's going to use all the footage from Columbia, which makes sense.
Great.
Part of it is going to be about the environmental sustainability or something. World hunger with decomposable toilet and see what I can, because there's already a problem, and then we technically have a solution to it because we went and learned about the solution.
Right.
I think that'll very strong solution for a lot of issues in this world, and that's when I reach out to Janila and see what, and Stefan especially because it's his idea.
Oh, okay. I have a question for you, or maybe a thought. So when we went to Colombia and then we went to Guatemala, and I know one thing that I was struck with was having spent a week at Veracocha and seeing.
Hey Alexa, I'll do that. Will you help her in front? Thank you.
Seeing how.
Sorry.
Okay. So seeing how, like, being on that sustainable farm and seeing how nothing was wasted and how beautiful the farming was and the food was and how fresh it was, like, and just kind of experiencing that full cycle of life. And then being in Guatemala and working with a poor community and seeing that they didn't have a sustainable farming. They had farming, but they didn't, I felt like they were they were not maximizing their resources, and they were paying the price for it. Like they were hobbling along, like they were surviving, but very, very, very meagerly and barely. And how much more they could have thrived. Like if we could have copied and pasted and put Viracocha on top of where these people lived and how they were living, they would be living so much better, so much more healthfully. So I wonder if you have footage that shows the contrast of what it looks like when you're doing the full sustainable agriculture versus when they don't, and how they, I don't know, because you might already have so much cool footage and you're there in both situations.
And you know what you could do is you could like there needs to be like a solution to, so if you show footage from Colombia and you show footage from Guatemala, you bring Viracocha to Guatemala.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
right.
I think the idea is brilliant, and I would go like backwards in the idea. I would show footage of what it was like in Guatemala, what Guatemala's problem is, and I have a solution and a farm in Colombia, and how that solution can be brought back to this country that we worked for last 2 years.
So
and
this is August 15th.
Yeah, but the challenging part is
wait, the video needs to be done. The video needs to be done by August 15th. Totally doable. You could do it, Krishna. By our next call, you got to show us the video.
It's going to be on our Facebook page and on our website, and it's going to be on the world.
All around the world. Oh my God, we're so excited for you.
and also the one thing like that I know, like the Viracocha, they do the whole thing, but then they're into this regenerative stuff. So it's not just about sustainability, but actually regenerating more things with this stuff. And when I look at Guatemala, I thought they were incredibly resourceful. They could take a piece of something we would throw away, and yet they would make it useful, but still.
And here comes Nicholas.
Yay, Nicholas. Hola, Nicholas.
Oh my God, right at the end. Nicholas.
Hola. ¿Cómo está? You speak now, Kelly. You know my Spanish is kind of limited.
I know. Nicholas, can you hear us? I don't know if you can hear us. Sometimes it takes a while for the internet to kick in, but our call is, we have our musical minute and Mariah has disappeared. So
yeah.
Hell no! Hell no!
Well, wait a second, Leanne, you got to play one of the songs that you danced to at my house. One of your favorite songs for our musical minute.
It's just a song.
Oh, I don't have to sing. I can play something. Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Feels very like
Nicholas, can you hear us?
Hola. Hey.
Hi, Nicholas. Did you know that the call is ending now? That we started an hour ago?
No, I thought it was at 5 p.m.
I told you, Nancy.
That's my fault, I guess. Oops.
Oh no, Nicholas, we will hold up. We're gonna end the call, but Nancy and I will stay on for a few minutes with you and if anybody else wants to stay on a few minutes longer to connect with Nicholas, you can. But
yeah.
Okay, so did the time change? What happened?
It's probably just the old. There's a time of year where they're 1 hour difference, and I just copied and pasted. I probably copied and pasted from that time because
yes, yes, it's a problem of a comma, like a comma where it should be a comma like on another place, and here it says 5 p.m. Est Colombia,
yeah,
and a comma, and 4 p.m.
No. Oh, but wait, Colombia. That's right. He's in Colombia. Colombia time is.
It did start at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock right now. But we're 6 o'clock. So there went, yeah.
Yeah, I always thought Colombia was on East Coast time.
No, they're 1 hour difference.
Ay. Okay, so.
Janila hasn't come.
No.
Janila hasn't come yet?
No, I think she got the wrong time too. Oh, I'm so bummed. Okay, well, going forward, in 2 weeks, our next call, we will all be on the same page. Yes?
Okay.
Okay, but hold on. So we're going to do our musical minute. Leanne, play your song, and then we'll complete. And then we will talk to Nicholas. So
Leanne, it has to be 1 minute.
It doesn't have to be a whole minute. It could be 30 seconds. Oh, Nancy is the one who made this up. Ask Nancy. Nancy,
1 minute.
Hey, man, however you feel.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, I danced to this song at Kelly's.
You have to teach us how to dance. So this is Nicholas. Every time we have a call, we end with a musical minute. Cada llamada, música.
Can you guys hear it?
From Jordan. Show us how you
Can you hear it?
Yes.
I'm at work.
So
You're gonna get everybody fired.
okay, everybody dance. 1 minute. Leanne, you gotta see Leanne's
Oh, Janila! Hold on,
Leanne, baila.
All right. I'm dancing.
You gotta tell us why you love this song so much.
Because it's a great dancing song.
What kind of dancing?
Belly dancing.
From where? From
The
what part of
best
the
belly
world?
dancing. Jordan, the Middle East. What do you do? Oh, this is the best part. The best part. All right. I gotta go to work.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. All right.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Pause the call. Okay.
So now
Bye.
let's talk to Janila and Nicholas.
Hola.
Bye.
Okay, so our call is complete until 2 weeks. Wow, love you, Leanne. I'll talk to you
Love
about,
you too.
about Project Bright Light. Okay.
Yeah, call me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
So Janila,
Hello.
we are so sorry. The time that we sent you was incorrect. We because we
It's on the
the time
Lo
difference.
siento.
Okay, todo bien.
Mea culpa, right?
Right.
Something like that.
Okay, so la próxima llamada en 2 semanas tenemos el tiempo correcto. So Nancy, what will that time?
Okay.
What will that time be for them?
Wow.
Una hora más temprano. So,
Yep.
So ahora mismo es 5.
If we're doing it at the same time,
Sí, not 5.
5. So for 4 o'clock we start for you.
Yeah, and Kelly, so I don't know if you received the message. We are having the call Wednesday.
Oh,
For
okay.
my time, it's I think 2, and for you, it's 12
Okay, hold on 1
with
second.
Next Gen.
Okay, so it's at 12 o'clock my time?
I think so.
Perfect. I'm on. I see it. So do we have a
So, I will
we
send
have-
you the message. I don't know if you receive it, and everybody that is interested to be on the call is invited too, because it's a really important call too. Because Next Gen is a big network, and they want to join us too. And new youth ambassador and mentors want to come in, I think so.
Great.
And yeah, so that will be a great time so that they can present themselves and also talk about what is going to happen in the ECHO in this event in October. So
and tell us again what the
Absolutely.
date is for Echo.
for the ECHO is October, I think, from the 6th or from the 9th to 7th to 16th. I don't know. I will send you after the
Perfect.
date.
Okay.
I mean, they will tell us there in the call, because I mean they will explain why it is important to came there. What are we gonna do if we have some important role to do there? And yeah,
Oh, fantastic.
and also we finally can make the next steps and also join other youth that are from a global network. So it's not just only Latin America from CASA, it's also from Africa and from Europe and from North America and from Australia and I don't know. So we're
Fantastic.
gonna know it soon.
Great. Priyanka, have you been in the loop about any of this stuff?
No, not entirely. So I would love to learn more, though.
Yeah, Janila, can you email Priyanka any of this info so that she and Krishnam can attend? Do you have each other's email address?
Yeah.
Okay, great. That would be wonderful.
Okay.
So give us some highlights of what's been happening with you, Janila, and Nicholas. What's been happening on your side?
So what happened or what will happen?
What has been happening? Anything new and exciting, and then also what's coming up?
Oh, yeah. So okay, I had a really busy month with many things. I was just in my art class and my normal things too. But I went for a week to Mocoa, a town from Colombia that I think my father told us once that they have some accident in that town because of a river and many people are homeless now.
Oh.
So we went there to a community from native people, I think, from there. And we're going to help them to make sustainable settlement there with emergencies. That is a network that is from emergencies that are responding to that kind of calls. And that was great. We learned a lot, and I also worked with the youth there, and that was really interesting to hear what they are telling us or in which paper they're playing in this moment in their community, and that was really beautiful actually. And yeah, I think I will tell later more things about that. And then I got sick and I was then in San Agustin like all a week just on my bed and to respond to my classes because now I'm in another city. I'm with my grandparents now in Manizales, and I think I'm making some long workshops now, so I will be in Viracocha for now, and yeah, I think I will change some things now in my days in this year.
Wow. So did you say you're in college now? You started university?
No, it's other things.
Okay.
So just other short workshops, and then I will, like in 2 months, I will be back in San Agustin.
Okay. Wow. Very exciting. I'm glad you're not sick anymore. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm curious about what you do when you get sick. What kind of medicine do you take to?
Natural medicine, just plants, and a lot of tea.
A lot of tea.
And rest. I don't like to use this other kind of medicine.
We don't.
I don't trust it so much.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I like it. That's good.
So Nicholas, what about you? Let's get a check-in from you, Mr. Nicholas.
Well, I've been...
¿Qué pasa?
Great to hear from you, Janila. Qué chévere escucharte. Qué bacano. Suena muy chévere todo eso.
Te voy a contar después lo de Mocoa. Está bueno.
Uy, sí, claro. Suena muy interesante. Muy
Porque nos quedamos en Anaconda también.
Janila, do you have any pictures of Mocoa? Any pictures of you being there so we could see any of that?
Mocoa is
some. I can ask my dad too, but yeah, I can send some.
It would be great to see what you guys started to do there. That's incredible. So incredible. So Nicholas.
Okay, I actually was just with my dad. It's actually another network that are doing that kind of stuff. I just was interested more in the youth there.
Yeah.
So to talk with the youth. And yeah.
Great. Nico.
Okay, so I've been traveling with my girlfriend. It has been great. And I've been working like doing the maintenance in the orchard, and I've planted some quinoa seeds I've brought from my travels around Colombia. I've brought several seeds, native seeds, and I'm planting them on the orchard so that when the kids come to school, August the 16th, they will see these native plants that aren't usual, like these ones. I have some here. Look.
Let's see. Ooh.
¿Los
What?
conoces?
What? No. What is that? It looks like a potato.
Yes, it's like a potato. It's called cubios.
Cubios. What's the sabor? What is the taste?
Yeah.
It's like a potato, but sweet.
But wheat?
But sweet.
Sweet potato. Oh, nice.
Yes.
But
Yes,
different
it's
than a
good. I like it a lot. And the plant is beautiful. The flower is beautiful.
What do you call that? What's the name?
Cubios.
Cubios. I want some.
Me too.
I'm hungry.
Yes, and I also planted some quinoa seeds and some amaranto. It's great. It's been great. And yes, like that's it. That's pretty much it.
Where did you
Where
travel to with your girlfriend?
To the mountains mainly, like to.
Uh-oh.
Yes, to the mountains, like mountain, and we stood there in a small house that her family has, and there has like a pool, and it was nearby like a real tall cascade. Cascade, that's how you say it?
House key?
Waterfall.
Oh, yeah, waterfall.
Yeah.
Cascade.
Very
Cascade.
Yes, it's been cool, like pretty chill. I'm very happy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it. So, Priyanka and Krishnam, do you guys want to give a nutshell about what you're thinking about, to share with Janila and Nicholas, since it's one of your projects is related to them, sort of?
Yes.
So, before we go into all that stuff, I just want to introduce myself. Nicholas, I don't think we ever met.
Oh.
Oh, that, really?
Yes.
And I know Janila.
So Priyanka, this is Nicholas, and Krishnam, this is Nicholas.
I have to put the volume down.
I'm so sorry.
My mom said.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
My mom just turned on the TV.
Listen, it doesn't get it on you. It's a dollar prompt, so
It's good.
no, it's not.
Well, our call's going longer for you guys, so I mean, thank you for hanging in there.
Of course. Yeah. So, you want to explain your
Yeah,
project?
so there's a Nicholas and Gina, there's a big not really big. It's like it's big in aspect of what we're gonna try to do, but like it's a very small project to do. So it's basically a 1-minute video for National Geographic, which they're asking us to like think of an idea based on a problem or solution. So one of the problems that we want to tackle is world hunger, because as population increases, there's less food. So
Hold on one second. I want to make sure that they can hear you because it's got a little mumbly. Could you guys follow what he said so far?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna translate in Spanish, and no, just a little. So there's a 1-minute video, un video por un minuto desde National Geographic, Geográfico Nacional, the revista. Yeah? No, I can't hear you guys. You're laughing at me. Okay, so desde una problema y una solución. So, okay, there you go. Take it away, Christian.
So then what I was thinking, and Kelly gave like a really fantastic perspective on how we can look at this, because most of the videos I watched, like they're making ideas. They were just sitting in front of a camera, they're seeing the problem and the solution, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's nice, but I think.
Okay, pause. So, la mayoría de los jóvenes están haciendo películas, videos muy aburridos, solamente hablando en la cámara, diciendo, la problema es bla, 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 la solución es bla, bla, bla. pero ellos quieren hacer algo más, más interesante, más creativo. Okay. Krishna.
Yeah. So I wanted, basically you just said like more creative, more authentic to what divinely we are both attracted to. And what we're thinking is that based on what we learned and we grasped when we went to Colombia and Guatemala, using that as a platform to give back maybe to the community in Techo. So basically seeing the model of what Julia Stefan's idea and using that as a replicate model for a sustainable agriculture solution in like Guatemala.
Okay, so shall I translate that poquito? Okay, so cuando estábamos en Colombia, San Agustín, y también después a Guatemala, va un gran contraste en Veracucha, muy sustentable, pero en Guatemala mucho pobreza, pero no tienen un campo sustentable. Agriculture, no sé cómo se dice, no es permacultura. Y la gente tiene mucho sufre. So, él tiene muchas fotografías, sacó muchas fotos y videos en San Agustín y también en Guatemala para poner un video con sus ideas. Problema, solución. ¿Me entienden? Nicolas? Okay, I'm done. Back to you guys. That's my... Oh, wait, now you guys are muted. Unmute, Krishna.
Okay.
Everybody unmute. My Spanish just makes everybody run away. I know. One of my goals in life is to spend a year in Colombia and learn Spanish so well so that I don't speak broken. Anyway.
But it's better than us.
It's true. No, I'm grateful for what I've got.
It's good.
So how do you guys anyway, that's
that was really good.
But you're going to do it, or you need help?
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is, well, the video is only 1 minute, so it's not a very long video, but
it's about world hunger, like food security.
Exactly, it's on that topic.
Yes. Well, I know a bit about that. Well, Stefan knows way more than me, but I know a bit about it. That's why I study in my university. If you want, we can have a Skype call, and I'll like we can talk about it, like some ideas or like some questions you may have. Or this is Janila calling. Hello?
Janila got that's cool. So you guys will follow up with each other.
Another resource.
Yeah.
Listo, me parece muy bien, Yanni. Aquí te están escuchando todos.
El caso, entonces, listo. Como
Bueno.
que se fue la electricidad o algo y no voy a tener conexiones.
Bueno.
Hablamos
Chau.
en la... Chao.
¿No más conexión?
No más conexión.
But
okay. But she is like very willing, like to meet up next meeting. She told me to say bye to everyone.
Oh, thank you. So Nicholas, from our perspective, we have a trip that we're looking at to go to India in December. I don't know if this is, it would be December 28th through January 13th. Approximately. And we would be living in an ashram. And we would stay with a spiritual group called the Brahma Kumaris, and they do incredible amounts of service with the poor. They have a feeding project every day that feeds the poor breakfast, lunch, dinner, 3 times a day, 30,000 people every day in a very remote region in like the kind of the desert. And they also they have it's called Brahma Kumaris.
But how is it called, the region where we're going to stay?
Rajasthan.
Rajasthan.
And it's near Mount Abu. And we are in the process of putting together all the details. And by our next phone call in 2 weeks, 2 semanas, our plan is to have all the details. But we're looking at the dates of December 28th through the 13th of January. And the only money that each youth ambassador would be required to raise if they wanted to come is vuelo, air flight, and maybe $500 for food and contributing to the Brahma Kumaris. Maybe more if you want to contribute more, but that's aproximadamente what we're doing. Okay.
Sounds great.
Great.
I'm watching it. Yes, it's a very weird part of India.
Yeah, it's very remote. It's one of the poorest regions.
Yes, and it's near Pakistan. Wow. Great. Sounds very encouraging.
Great. So Priyanka is putting together a fundraising letter to be able to send to people, anybody that can contribute $1, $10, $1,000, whatever, that will outline what the money is needed for and a really good way to ask. So those are our very immediate plans. That's what's happening with Chime In. Also, we would love to invite you to be a part of this video that we're putting together for we're going to be supporting kids through Project Brightlight to go to school that can't afford school. And we want to thank one of the sponsors that's donated some money. We want to thank them, a Chime In video with all of our youth ambassadors saying, thank you for supporting. So we'll follow up with you on that. You make great videos. So we just would love to have you say, hi, my name is Nicholas. I live in Colombia. And I want to thank you so much for supporting our Project Brightlight and getting our young people to school. Something like that. So we'll send you something to give you, it's very simple, but we'd love to have that within a week if possible. Okay. Anything else that we need to say to Nicholas? Yeah, Priyanka, please.
Quick question about the fundraising letter. Is that just like outlining the details of the trip?
I would say something that you, maybe there's a few different variations of it, but I would say a typical sponsor that you would go after, what they would need to see. And this really, it's not a letter, it's more of an email with a link that would go to a web page. So we should have a web page that outlines everything so that your fundraising letter would just be a one-page synopsis request, something simple.
A web page that goes to like a crowdfunding page?
Well, maybe that's what we need to create.
I have a crowdfunding account.
Okay. Maybe that's the best thing. That's the best thing. So people can just click a button. They don't have to write a check.
Yeah. And I did this for Guatemala last year and it's called You Caring.
Yeah.
And I have like a checking account separate for it. So, that is a possibility, and it doesn't take. I think it takes a very small portion. But yeah, okay, but I see what you're saying.
But if you want to start a crowdfunding page that could be something that everybody could be directed to, or could be duplicated, so that different youth ambassadors could have a similar page. I don't know. We wouldn't want it to compete.
Yeah, but what if we did it for everyone and then split the cost evenly between everyone?
I love it. But no, I think, well, I don't know. I guess this is something to talk to you about, or that I want you to make a decision on, because if you are working really hard and you get some sponsors and they're really donating so that you can get there, then we want to make sure that you get there. And
well, maybe it's a responsibility for every youth ambassador to make their own, whatever method that they want for their own.
Correct. So at least I want you to create the template, because you're so good at that, so that people can replicate it if they want to, or they can modify it. But I think it would be a step in the right direction.
You're saying so, like a letter or email that I would send to like a family or friend or a company, some person, explaining my trip, asking for a donation.
Yes, and that should include a link to either a webpage like a chimein.org/India 2018, or a You Caring page, some web page that goes much deeper, that has pictures and much more of the, this is where your money's going, something that goes into, for the people that want the details, we should have that place where the details live.
Yeah, no, I think that's awesome. So,
but also while we're at it, this brings up a deeper issue, which is if we're going to do a crowdfunding campaign, then we should have some gifts that people get when they make their donations, if they want that kind of thing, which some people do. Like they might want a picture of us there. They might want, I don't know. I mean, we could get creative and maybe have a separate conversation about this.
Could we ask Sister Jenna? Is it Jenna?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If she could send us photos or like videos that she has already of the farm.
Sure. And I bet you I know that from what she said before, she said so much of that already exists online. So I'm going to, just because it's almost 3:30 for over here, and I know it's late for you guys, I think, okay, can you guys look up Brahma Kumaris, BRAHMA Kumaris. And then I know there's a headquarters, Mount Abu, and then service projects.
Hey, I'm going to take off, all right?
All right. So, Nicholas, thank you so much for joining us. And we'll make sure to get you at the top of the call the next time. La próxima vez, el tiempo correcto. Perfecto. And muchísimas gracias. And, okay. Hasta pronto. Mwah. Adios. Bye. Okay. So
much time.
No, are you kidding? This is awesome. So let me see. There's pictures, headquarters.
So it's just Brahma Kumari and then what is the, because it's bringing me to a meditation page.
I think there's, if you look up images, Nancy, maybe you and I can find some really cool images and send them. I know there's a bunch of stuff on meditation, but we want to send people more of the service projects. So, you know what? The best thing to do, Nancy, would be to, in the email that you send to Antonia and Sister Jenna, is to ask them to send pictures or to send us to a link that has the pictures that we need for fundraising and all that jazz.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And I think she said something about solar, like looking at Brahma Kumari's solar kitchen.
Yeah, that's 30,000 people. Yeah.
I feel a little like I don't know all the details because we don't really have any details. Which
here we are, solar kitchen. Here's a bunch of pictures.
What you were saying?
Go ahead.
Oh no, it's okay. As like, would you mind, Nancy, like in the email that you're gonna send us, like, would you send all the information that you know?
I actually did send, there was like those notes I sent that has all the information that we have so far. I did, and then I sent them an email saying, here's a few other things we would like, and I haven't heard anything back. So my response today will be, okay, and I'm going to ask for these additional things. I kind of hate that because I've had 5 things. Now let me ask for 6 more, and I haven't heard anything back. But
right, but they said this is their busy time, and they said to ride them, and they said they want to do this with us, and they apologized in advance for not being super responsive, but she said to stay on top of them, and so this is.
Yeah, that's just not my comfort zone. Like, I don't like to ride people.
I know, me either. But she gave us permission, and she said she wants us to. So, and then Antonia,
I'll do it. I just don't like it. I'm just telling you.
I'm with you. I'm with you right
Not
there,
my
honey.
style. I hate it. But,
I know. We drop hankies and let people come running. I know.
Yeah, we do. We drop hankies.
Right.
He had
So-
with the notes. So
Ow.
Sorry. You're too close to it. So he'll.
It's hard to get in this screen, right, Krishna?
If you guys email me notes, I'll forward to her so then she gets those.
Wait, what, Krishnam?
Because then I said, remember you emailed me
Yeah.
those notes, the roughs, and then I emailed you back. She was not in the email. It was just me.
She didn't have that email?
No, so that
Ah.
I just
You just forward it to her. Oh, great. Sorry, that was a oversight. But okay, cool. All right. Well,
Okay.
to make this official, since we're now officially going to be ending, are we officially ending? Do we have our next?
Yeah, let's end.
Okay.
We know that, let me look at the calendar. It would be the 19th if we do 2 weeks from today. That would be our next time. Or
Perfect. Yep, I've got that down. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. 19th. And you still want the same time as today? And
Does this work for all of you guys? For Krishnam, Priyanka, and Nancy? Is this time? Okay, great. Then let's keep the same time. Unless you hear from Deanna and an earlier morning works for her, then let's try that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just to, so that the world doesn't stop spinning, let's do the thing where you point at yourself and say, I am the change.
I am the change.
I am the change.
Wait, somebody else and say, you are the change. You are the change. All around the world, we are the change. Ooh, like a dance, like Leon's music.
Ooh, nice red thread, baby.
Nice red thread, baby. And go be the change.
Go be the change.
Bam. Awesome call. Okay, so Nancy's notes will let us know what our next steps are, and we will proceed. Thank God for Nancy and her notes. Love you guys. You are so awesome. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see your 1-minute movie, Krishnam. And Priyanka, I'm so proud of you playing in the jazz festival. Oh my God.
You play trumpet.
Dana plays.
That's what you do, isn't it? Because
Dana-
I know, because I used to date a trumpet player.
Dana is a trumpet player. Yes, he doesn't
So
play.
I have a
anymore, but
husband
he
that's
used
a
to.
trumpet player. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
He
amazing.
played trombone.
Oh shoot.
He did. She doesn't even know. Trombone and trumpet are not interchangeable.
they're not.
So
I'm
not.
sorry.
Valves, big slide.
Trombone's actually really cool. Like really cool.
Can I see a video of you playing?
Oh, I'll email it to you, Krisha. I did a solo, like.
Woo!
Well, no, it's not like this, like not today, but I did this. Like, I'm very proud of it, so I will send it to you.
Will you
Send-
please? Okay.
You should post it on our Facebook page. Come on.
What? No, that's too much.
Okay, wait. I'm giving you guys a hug. I think you guys are awesome. You always inspire me. I'm so happy to get to play in this sandbox with all of y'all. So
Yeah.
to be continued. I can't wait to see this video. Please send it. Don't forget. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.